Hi everybody. Okay, so what we're going to be working on today is just the warm color portion. So we're not going to go too crazy. We're not going to color the whole thing in today. We're only going to start with warm colors. So I know a lot of people have, and a lot of students have been asking me about what they should color it in with. Whatever supplies you have. So if you have watercolor paints, sure, you can use watercolor. I have some Crayola colored pencils here. I already pulled out all of my warm colors that I have in case I want to use these. I have these. I have some warm colored pens. So I know maybe you have some brightly colored pens at home that you want to color with. You can use that. I prefer these colored pencils here, but that's just what I like. You can use whatever you have because that doesn't matter. So in my colored pencil box here, I have everything organized for the most part. And I'm gonna grab my warm colors out. So it's these ones that are on this end of my color box here. And this one kind of can be warm, but it's more of a brown. So I'm gonna leave that in the box. And then I'm gonna put these to the side. I'm gonna start with these colored pencils because I prefer these over the other ones, but I'll add those in as I go. All right, so what you wanna do is find the areas that you want to be warm and you want to be cool. Now this is a nighttime picture, and because it's a nighttime picture, the sky is going to be colored in with mostly cool colors. So maybe the stars will be yellow and I'll leave the moon alone and I'll do it a different color. I'm not sure how I want to do that yet. So I'm going to start with some areas that I want to be cool. Now you can combine your colors on this. It doesn't matter if they're if you put warm colors and cool colors together. We're kind of combining them anyway. So the warm colors, if you look in the picture of Klee's castle, you're going to notice that his castle has a lot of bright colors in it that don't really match the rest of the tone of the painting. And that was something that Paul Klee, and I know I keep saying his name wrong, it's Klee, even though it looks like Klee. Paul Klee was known for was mixing his colors together. And that bright yellow that I noticed first is always stands out to me like, man, why would you do that? It doesn't match the rest of your painting. But if you remember, and I've talked about this before, maybe last year you might remember, we've talked about creating contrast in our paintings. And when we create contrast, and I know we talked about it a little bit with the St. Basil's project, when we create contrast in our art, what we're creating is attention to spaces that we want attention brought to. And I just realized I do not have a pencil sharpener right here. Okay, well, I'll come back to this orange that I'm doing later. We'll have to come back to that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna choose the areas that you want to be warm, but you don't, remember, this is the sky and it's a nighttime picture. So you can either do patterns or you can just do random shapes. I like to do patterns in certain areas. But color in as much as you would like to with warm colors. But don't color the whole thing in because you still want to combine your colors a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a few minutes and I'm going to color with my colored pencils here, my pens, and these other color pencils that I have too. So let me show you how the colored pens work. Now you do have to be careful with these because they can, depending on the type of paper you're using, they can rip through your paper. So if you have highlighters, you can use highlighters too. They will make very bright. So you can see these are kind of neon colors here. They just take a really long time to color with because of how small the end of the pen is. It's not really made for coloring in large spaces. It's more of a detail space for these. And then my twistable pencils that I have here, these twist from the bottom just like glue sticks, and you don't want to put out too much or you'll end up breaking it. I've broken quite a lot of these on accident doing that. But as you can see, and this yellow is, it's very, very bright. This yellow is kind of hard to see. It'll stand out better once I finish drawing the rest of it. But remember, we're not coloring the whole thing in with the warm colors because we do want to add some cool undertones to it. Now you see this yellow that I'm using right here. This would be a good color for the stars because it's not a super bright yellow. Instead, it's more of a cooler yellow. The tone is nice. It's a darker yellow. It'll work good for stars in the sky. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna color all of my warm colors areas and then I'll be back. Okay friends, I found my pencil sharpener. You guys probably recognize this from my classroom. So I spent some time and I colored in a lot of it with some warm colors. This I did with the pens and that took a really long time. So I'm glad I didn't do more than just this small one. So I left a lot of it for our cool colors and we will go over that tomorrow with the cool color pencils and things, just like I did today. So today, just do warm colors, then stop and wait for tomorrow where we will do more with cool colors. Okay guys, bye, have a great day.